guys, there is a fire in the mountain. Like they always say, there is no smoke without fire. Jacob Zuma just removed Floyd Shivambu as the SG of the MK Mkhonto political party to a new position. But for what reason?
We thought it was important to talk about what has happened in terms of what people were saying. After our SG had visited Malawi, there were quite a number of things that came. We received a lot of letters from MJC. Yes, MJC. They were complaining. There were quite a number of letters that came, unhappy. They said a number of things, because we have to respect the population, that we are very serious to tell them that they must vote for us, all of them. They must understand.
And the announcement was written out.
Yesterday, on the 2nd of June, 2025, President Jacob Zuma met with the national officials of Umkhonto. It was concluded that the actions of the Secretary General were found to be against the spirit and prescripts of the MK party in its constitution. Due to the various nature of this matter and its implications for the party, its image, values, and principles, the president and national officials were left with no other option but to act swiftly in addressing this matter. Consequently, as a responsible organization accountable to its electorate and the broader society, the national officials have come to a decision to redeploy Commander Floyd Shivambu as the Secretary General of the party and redeploying him to the National Assembly.
We then saw Floyd Shivambu coming out to confirm this statement.
Now, thank you very much, national spokesperson and the national officials, the president. I want to take this opportunity to thank the president, President Jacob Zuma, and the leadership of Umkhonto and the membership for having assigned me a very important role to become a national organizer and then Secretary General. I want to confirm that the national officials have taken a decision which I fully accept as a disciplined member of Umkhonto. I think that will clarify the issues that pertains to this. And I, on behalf of myself and everyone else who is involved, we want to regret that the decision in terms of the visit to Malawi was not consistent with the constitution of Umkhonto as is reflected in the statement. And we fully accept the new responsibility will continue to play a role and build the organization towards the 2026 local government elections.
Oza 2026, Oza. Oza 2026 election, Oza. What did you observe from Floyd Shivambu body language? Let me not say much for now. Let's continue. Because if it is up to me, I will tell you that Floyd Shivambu is seemed to be giving another body language which is more different to the time when he left the EFF. If you read the body language of Floyd Shivambu very well, you will see that this is a forced move which is being imposed on him by the leadership of the MK party, isn't it? Because not long ago, Floyd Shivambu was being asked this question concerning his visit in Malawi to go to the Bushiri's church. Floyd Shivambu was very clear. He said everything he did in Malawi, it was under the leadership of Jacob Zuma, who had given him the blessing to do whatever he did over there. Do you still remember when Floyd Shivambu said this through the interview he gave to one of the local media?
There is nothing which I do without informing the president. There is no political program that I engage myself in without making the president aware. And there is no decision that I communicate to the membership of MK and externally without the president knowing.
So he was
that
aware
is-
prior to you getting
Yeah,
on a
so I
plane
gave,
and going to Malawi. I want us
give-
to be specific about
Yeah,
that.
let me be specific about that. So when we went to the inauguration of the president of Namibia, Comrade Triple N, he's known as Triple N, in Namibia. So after the inauguration, when we were now at the tables where they were serving lunch after the official inauguration, I did say that we were sitting with former President Joyce Banda and the former President Masisi of Botswana. So Joyce Banda is the former president of Malawi.
Yes.
And then the incumbent president, deputy president of Malawi called Michael Usi. And they both kept on saying that we want to have engagements with MK. And the president says that the Secretary General is here. He must interact through the Secretary General. If there's going to be further engagement, let's have through the Secretary General. I then went to Malawi during the Easter weekend for political engagements with former President Joyce Banda and current Deputy President Michael Usi. There's elections in Malawi in September.
Yes.
So there were discussions about a variety of issues which are not due for public communication in terms of the approach of the Malawi question. But that was primarily the whole thing. And one thing which I never apologized on and I will never apologize on is when I went to see Prophet Shepherd Bushira and then he said, let's go to church. I said, I will go to church. I'm like those who say that I am glad when they say unto you, let us go into the house of the Lord. I'm compliant.
Despite
like
the concerns
in
of him
terms
evading
that,
arrest and what that means for the MK party and what it stands for and constitutionalism and upholding the rule of law.
I honestly
I mean, those were genuine. You can
honest-
admit those were genuine concerns, right?
No, I think they were misplaced actually. Like
Oh,
there
okay.
was, yeah, I think there was
Why?
just unnecessary misplaced exuberance around it because I'm not responsible for law enforcement in South Africa, one, but two, as a matter of fact, there is no court ruling in Malawi within the criminal justice system that links both countries that has instructed that he must be deported to South Africa. If there was such, he would be hiding in Malawi, then that would have made him a fugitive. But currently there is no such.
That is how Floyd Shivambu seemed to be so confident concerning this visit of him in Malawi to see Bushiri. But surprisingly today, it seemed like he's now the man whom the MK political party, with the leadership of the MK party, have to sacrifice. Because according to the President Jacob Zuma, who have to come and give another reasons why Floyd Shivambu need to be removed from that position to somewhere else. Jacob Zuma, he spoke, and this is his reasons he had to give why Floyd Shivambu have to be removed from this position so that they can send him to the parliament.
We thought it was important to talk about what has happened in terms of what people were saying. After our SG had visited Malawi, there were quite a number of things that came. We received a lot of letters from, what do you call them? Civil society. Was it the civil society? I doubt.
MJC.
No. Huh?
MJC,
MJC, yes. MJC. They were complaining. There were quite a number of letters that came unhappy. They said a number of things. Because we were busy, this party, Mkondo was a very, very busy party. So we did not have time to leave what we were doing and jump to say what is happening. So we continued doing our work. They came, I think, almost 3 times worried about this. So we had to feel that if there are people in the country who feel not good about what has happened, without them knowing the details, it was important that we tell the country what has happened and why this, why do we take this decision? Because we have to respect the population, that we are very serious to tell them that they must vote for us, all of them. They must understand. And I'm sure as we sit here, if I look in your eyes, there'll be very few who will not vote for Mkhonto Sizwe. So I thought it was important that we should take into account, given the fact that, as you heard in our statement, that there are rules we have, and there were people who were then talking, and we thought we should then have this to alert the country and tell them, even those who have been saying, what is this? Others were talking about how those people or that person in particular in that country, what are the relations with people in the Middle East and everything. And we thought it was important just to clarify the issues, but also respect the people that we say we stand for, and therefore take the decisions that we took. And I think that is closely the matter. And there is no problem. We took the decision on our behalf for our good reasons, which were discussed in our meeting. I heard that other people were asking, what else did you discuss? I mean, it's confidential if we meet. Otherwise, we would always be meeting at a rank where everybody sees and hear what we say. We have taken that decision, and there is nothing wrong. We were just saying this is what's supposed to be. We also had to look at what that has done to our rules, etc. It's as simple as that. The only thing we're doing was to alert the country what we are saying on this one, to close that matter. And I don't think we must continue saying there's a big problem, there's a big animal in the mountain. Nothing. It is just us with you as you know us. So thank you very much.
Now, if you take a note on what Jacob Zuma just said, you will see that there is no any way or any place in his words he mentioned of whatsoever Floyd Shivambu had said to the interview that he had given to one of the local news TV. It's not the truth, because Floyd Shivambu says that he had all the blessings from Jacob Zuma in order for him to go ahead and visit Bushiri in his church. But Jacob Zuma, he kind of like ignoring everything. So when you look at everything, you'll understand that the MK party, they sat down, they said that they decided to clean their name, but they decided to only sacrifice one person and not the leadership of the MK party, which, according to Floyd Shivambu, had reacted according to their blessing, which they had blessed him with. Floyd Shivambu said that Jacob Zuma knew about all this. Jacob Zuma who comes out and act like he did not know nothing. Instead, is giving his own reasons of saying that no, he have to be deployed somewhere else because they were also under pressure from different ONG who felt like the MK party, they are kind of like defining the justice of South Africa. What is hiding here? What is the truth behind all this? Because now they decide to remove him from the Secretary General of the Mkhonto Sizwe party to the Parliament of South Africa. But we all know how the MK behaves when it comes in the Parliament. It is only so far in the MK party where they will remove you from one place to another place. Once you are in the parliament, being chosen by MK party, you don't have any guarantee showing that you will remain there for long, regardless of your position. They are removing people from one position to another position. Why again? Because in the MK party, there's no elections. In the MK party, it is just like a KwaZulu-Natal kingdom, whereby it's the king who have to decide. If they are happy, they will keep you for that moment. If they are not happy with you, then you must know that your days are numbered. How many people who've been removed from the parliament, from the MK party? Now that Floyd Shivambu went over there in the parliament, is that him trying to level up or is downgrading? That's just a question I'm leaving to you, and feel free to give us also your comment about it. The man who was removed, from the national organizer to the SG, from SG to the parliament. And we all know that SG is one of the most powerful position in each and every political party around the world. Parliament, what guarantee showing that Floyd Shivambu will last there forever? And even if, since he confirmed that it's still going to be in the MK, but even if it's being removed in that parliament, what other guarantee does he have that from the parliament you'll get a proper position? Now, as I asked earlier on, what is hiding behind all this? What is the truth behind all this? Well, pay attention to this. If you've been watching me from the moment when Floyd Shivambu left the EFF, us here at Coolbus TV, we had said that that was a very big mistake of his political career. I believe maybe back then when we said all this, no one paid attention to us. Do you know why? Because again, when you speak something, there are those ones who never going to believe in you. There are those ones who believe that you're talking nonsense. There are those ones who think that maybe you are exaggerating. But when we said this, because we knew very well, we take time to see who's the man Jacob Zuma. His journey as a politician, from where he was and to where he is. We sat down, we look, people who were pro-Zuma, like 100%, people who were willing to put their head down for Jacob Zuma. Why are they not in the MK party? There are so many of them, I can't mention their names. Bo, S. Makashule, this one, Mukizi, there are so many of them. These people, they are the people that if this so-called the unity of Black South Africans was true, these are the people who are supposed to be seen in the front line. Because these are friends of Zuma. And these people, all of them, they are nowhere to be found. Some of them who are no longer being in the ANC, instead of them even going to join the MK, but they choose to open their own political parties. Some of them, they're still there, they're just observing. That already is something which can raise up a question mark. And also, we saw the relationship between Jacob Zuma and his daughter. From the moment when the Mkhonto weZizwe party came out as the third political party in the parliament, we saw how the daughter, she was behaving, disrespecting the leader of the MK and saying all sort kind of things. We knew already that something is not going to behave very well here. And as time goes, from that moment, we said Floyd Shivambu had made his own enemy already so far. Because these are the people that they'll try their best to come hard on him. And they were just waiting for that good opportunity in order for them to destroy him. Now, what happened? Something which Floyd Shivambu took actions because he had all the blessings or all the approval from President Zuma. He went ahead and did that. But today, Jacob Zuma denied him. Why? Because the enemy which Floyd Shivambu he had raised in the Mkhonto party. These are the people who make use of this, because in their statement, you heard they're saying very well that the disciplinary cabinet or whatever they call it, they sat together and they decided of this. You know what does that mean? That decision actually did not just come from Jacob Zuma himself, no. The so-called cabinet, the high-profile members of the MK party sat down. Among them, obviously, there will be those ones who love Floyd Shivambu and those ones who hate Floyd Shivambu with everything. Among them, there will be those ones whom people who hate members of the MK party who hate Floyd Shivambu, they're more good friends with these members of this disciplinary government, cabinet. Maybe they'll be like, no, please, if you get any chance to vote against this man, do it in our behalf because we don't like him. Now, Floyd Shivambu is no more the SG of the MK party. You know what does that mean? That simply means to say that the man is now being exposed out there. He's being exposed because now he lost this key position. There is no any guarantee that shows that in the parliament it's going to last forever. And this is going to take us back to what I said earlier on, that Floyd Shivambu, it was a very big mistake for him to leave the EFF, the political party which he had given birth to, in order for him to go aside and turn his guns to fight the EFF. You might say that, why am I saying that? Well, in his statement, in his speech, the man now has been busy attacking the EFF in a parable ways, criticizing the leadership of the EFF, pressing Jacob Zuma, saying that the EFF, they had misled him to see Jacob Zuma as a bad person. Jacob Zuma is everything, says this and that. Well, I strongly believe he has his own reasons. But come to think of it, in the world of politics, I feel like Floyd Shivambu did not apply enough strategies in order for him to last for that long, in order for him to be able to resist against all these kind of temptations. So that is our opinion. It only concerns us. Take it or leave it. But if you believe that what we are saying makes sense, well, we are happy to see that. But if you also feel like you can contradict us, feel free to share your opinion with us in the comment section. Let us see what is happening, what's going to be the future of Floyd Shivambu in the MK party now that these things is coming out. At first, it was all about them denying it. I remember Floyd Shivambu denying, saying that, no, this is what. Even on their social medias, they say that, no, these are the EFF people who are trying to make these things become like a reality, but there were rumors already. As I said, there is no smoke without fire. But again, politicians, guys, when I say don't trust politicians, because these people, they are liars. Floyd Shivambu had all this chance for him to come out and explain himself, but he was just coming and denying everything. There's no such a thing. There's no such a thing. Well, see what we're getting. Let's wait for tomorrow and see what will happen. So again, Oza 2026, Oza. Oza 2026 election, Oza. We are looking forward to that. No joke about it. I can't wait for this election, because that's when we are going to see the true colors of many politicians and their political parties. So, thank you so much, guys. I believe that's all for me. Like this video, even if you disagree with me on my opinion, but I believe there are those ones who will totally agree with me that I'm just speaking the truth here. Like this video, give us your thumbs up. We'll really do appreciate that. I believe that will be all for me. Until we see you again. For now, continue to be yourself. Be good, be kind. Have respect for everyone in order for you to be respected. May God bless you all. Ciao, ciao.